Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going south of Nagoya City to take a look at the large railway museum called SCMAGLEV and Railway Park. So we will first make our way there and we will follow the little signs. We want to take the line called the Aonami line. So this is the entrance to the Aonami line, and on the right are the ticketing machines where you can purchase your ticket. Or as in my case, I had a IC card, it's a store value card, and I used that one for this journey. So you go through, then all you have to do is just go up the escalator and there you are. So our destination for today is Kinja-Futo, and that is the last station on this line, so you can't go wrong. So the destination board is all up there. You have to check which platform it is. So in this case it's on the right, platform 2. And looks like we have a 10-minute wait before our 10 o'clock train comes. So whilst waiting, we'll admire this Tokaido Shinkansen train, which is probably headed for, I think, Shin Osaka. We're in the train right now. We have to go through about 10 stations and that will take us about half an hour. So here we are at our destination, the Kinjo-Futo station. So once you get here, just follow the direction signs up there. Just follow the arrow there. We turn right at the pedestrian crossing and there we are. So this is the SCMAGLEV and Railway Park. Now the SC stands for superconductive and maglev stands for magnetic levitation. There are many railway companies in Japan, and this museum is run by the Central Japan Railway Company. And this is the very same company that runs the Tokaido Shinkansen train. That's the one that I featured in a previous video, the one that goes from Tokyo all the way up to Shin Osaka. So these are the machines where you purchase your admission tickets. All you have to do is indicate your language and follow the instructions on the screen.
Okay, sure. That way.
So we'll go in sequence here. We'll first take a look at the symbols of the high-speed railway lowering stock that set world speed records. And this is the very first one. This is the Class C62 steam locomotive, which way back in 1954 achieved an incredible 129 kilometers an hour in the category of steam locomotive on a narrow gauge, mind you. And this is the 300X Shinkansen. This is a Class 955 experimental Shinkansen, and back in 1996 it set a world high-speed record at that time of 443 kilometers an hour. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the SCMAGLEV, the superconductive maglev MLX01-1. And this had set a world high-speed record of 581 kilometers an hour. That was in 2003. It was done at the Yamanashi maglev test line. The idea was that they wanted to construct a maglev train line from Tokyo to Nagoya. They planned it for 2027, but I understand now that it's been pushed back to 2034, unfortunately. So we'll start taking a look at the locomotives from the oldest to the newest. This one here is ED11, which was imported into Japan from the United States of America in 1923. It had a top speed of 65 kilometers an hour. This is ED18, another electric locomotive, but this time from Britain. It was built in 1923 and was rebuilt in Japan in 1950 and again in 1955. It too had a top speed of 65 kilometers an hour. And this magnificent looking steam locomotive is the C57. They were built between 1937 and 1947. I think some 200 examples were built, and they had a top speed of 100 kilometers an hour. So next is a very rare steam passenger car called the Hoji 6005. It housed both a steam engine and a passenger car. It operated from 1910 to 1952. And let's take a look inside this unusual steam passenger car. So let's take a closer look at the Class 57 locomotive, the one with the two Japanese flags in front. So we now take a look at an electric multiple unit called the Moha 1 series, and this is Moha 1035. This particular car was manufactured in 1922 and ended its service in June 1953. So we move on to a more streamlined electric rail car now. This one is the Moha 52 series. This particular car was manufactured in March 1937 and retired in March 1978. So let's take a look inside. This is another electric rail car. This is the Moha 12. This particular car was built in 1927 and retired from service in February 2002, which is quite incredible. It also had a speed of around 95 kilometers an hour. So next we have the Moha 111 electric rail car. This particular car was built in May 1962, retired in February 1987. However, some of these cars were manufactured later and went on to serve as late as 2011. They had a maximum speed of about 100 kilometers an hour. So we're now walking at the back of the display area to a place they call the rare train zone. So this would appear to be trains that belong to the category before the first Shinkansen made an appearance in 1964. And at the end of this display you will see two examples there. So here we have on display the very first version of Dr. Yellow. This is a diagnostic train which monitors the condition of the tracks and overhead wires. This train in particular was converted in 1964. The latest version was retired in January of 2025. So we'll now take a look at the Shinkansen 300 series. This is the Class 322. These were in service from 1992 up until March 2012. The layout is identical to what we will see today, that is the 2+3 layout. This particular car was manufactured by Hitachi. At the back and on the left of this car, you will see a green public telephone, which was very popular in the days before mobile phones were in common use. And now we'll take a look at the more current version of the Shinkansen. This is the Series 700. They were introduced in March 1999 and had a top speed of 285 kilometers an hour. The layout is a 3+2 seating arrangement. So we'll now take a look at the Railway System Learning Zone. So this is where you will see the various parts of the trains being displayed. So for example, we're looking now at the pantograph. So this is the mechanism which allows electricity to go from the overhead lines into the train's electrical motors. So next we take a look at the seats of the Shinkansen. The blue seats are the normal seats. They come in the 2+3 configuration as we saw earlier. The brown seats are those in the green cars, and those are thicker and broader. And there on the table you can see the blue seat and the brown seat. You can compare the thickness from there. Here we can take a look at the difference between the track widths. The first one is the 1067mm, the narrow gauge, which was the pre-Shinkansen days. And then when the Shinkansen came around, it became 1435mm, which allowed the trains to go a lot faster. And then next you can see the evolution of the Shinkansen. The first one right below was the original bullet train, which is how trains got its nickname, up until the latest versions. So we can take a look now at the museum shop, where they sell all sorts of very cute souvenirs. And of course, I will be winding down the video here. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions at all, please ask them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them as fast as I can. So this is of course where we started off. This is the entrance and now the exit. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a lovely day. Bye.